Let's begin the conversation quickly, beginning from outside Abia State. The acting controller general of the Nigeria Customs Service, Wale Adeniyi, says not all land borders shut by the federal government across Nigeria in 2018 have been reopened. And of course, he said only 6 strategic land borders were reopened in 2021. He stated this at a private meeting, after a private meeting rather, with President Bola Tinubu at the Aso Rock Villa in Abuja yesterday. The custom board said that there are ongoing processes to review the situation and the quest to achieve border security and regional integration, and he noted that the reopening of the borders will be made public when all borders have been reopened. About 6 of them have been reopened, strategically reopened, and he lamented the challenge of fuel smuggling across the borders, saying the removal of petrol subsidy and the attendant increase in price of fuel will disincentivize fuel smugglers in the long run. But at the moment, the customs is still battling with fuel smuggling. And one will be asking, despite the hike in the fuel price, some persons are still smuggling it out of the country. A couple of days ago, that was just yesterday, a navy intercepted a particular ship that loaded a large volume of the fuel product, PMS, out of the country. That vessel has been burned as we speak. But let's take a listen to the Assistant Controller General of Customs, what he told journalists yesterday in Abuja.
Well, it is not true that all Nigerian borders have been opened. The situation, the status quo ante still existing in the borders. If you remember that the borders were completely shut down 2018 up until 2021, 22, when some selected strategic borders were reopened. That is still the situation as we speak. And this was why we had an ad hoc arrangement of a special unit coordinated by the Office of the NSA to enforce that border closure. But as we speak, about 5 of them have been reopened. 4 were initially reopened and 2 more were opened after that. And that is still the situation. There are ongoing processes to review this situation against the objective of the border closure itself. And the processes are not yet completed. And of course, when the borders are reopened, it's not going to be subject of rumor in any way. I can also tell you that part of my discussions with Mr. President is to actively engage customs administrations.
Well, there you have it. Now you have an idea of what is going on in our borders, courtesy the Acting Controller General of Customs. And quickly, let's move on now. Talk about what the President General of Ohanese Ndigbo Worldwide said yesterday. Chief Emmanuel Nwanyanwu, who revealed that he met some debts and financial challenges on ground when he assumed office. He, however, praised the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, for coming to the rescue of the Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Group. He made the revelation. There was a meeting with the leadership of Ohanese. Some state governors were there. State governors from the region were there. I told you about this meeting. Members of the National Assembly across party divides. They were there. And let me quote him. I met some debts and financial challenges when I came in as the President General of Ohanese Ndigbo. But thank God for people like Hope Uzodinma, who came to our rescue. He brought in his public relations officers and provided everything, including security, to make the journey easy for us. And he went further to say that. Just a moment. It is important to mention here that this is not the first time he has done that. When he was a senator many years ago, I think he gave us 16 million naira at that time. When our structure was attacked by these unknown gunmen, he rebuilt the house, and whenever we have any problem, he has been a dependable person. So that's to just bring you up to speed there that Chief Nwanyanwu said when he assumed as the president of Ohanese Ndigbo President General, he met some deaths on ground. Anyways, let's come back to Abia State. This is where we will talk about several issues right here. You know, we prioritize Abia stories. Let's begin from home. Let's talk about what went down at the Abia State House of Assembly yesterday. It was a rowdy session. Your guess is as good as mine. It is still about the principal officer's position. Who gets what? Who is the minority leader? Who is the majority leader? Anyways, joining us virtually this morning is our Umuahia correspondent, Kingsley Chibike. Kingsley, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good morning. Great. Glad to have you join us this morning. Interestingly, we thought we won't hear anything about crisis at the Abia State House of Assembly after that 90 days pre-notice given by PDP members to the House that, hey, you guys should revert and, of course, follow the other rules according to our interpretation. But shockingly, it was a rowdy session again yesterday, to the point that the House went into an executive session. Please, what played out? What went down? We want to know right here in Aba what is going on there at the House.
Okay, good morning again. Once again, thank you for having me. Yesterday in the House, a drama erupted. Yes, like you said, we thought we have had the last of it when the notice was sent for a 90-day ultimatum from the members of the PDP. Yes, but what happened yesterday was, I think after the two commissioner nominees were screened and sent for subsequent swearing in, the plenary began. And then, in the usual manner of the House, you know, principal officers have to be recognized, especially the majority leader. And the Speaker, in his own way, recognized Honorable Uchenna Okoro, member representing Arochukwu, as the majority leader.
Okay.
And that was the beginning of
that's the man section from the Labour Party who has been declared as the majority leader by the Speaker, right?
Yes, that's the man from Labour Party who was declared as the majority leader. So that sparked rowdy section, and the usual culprit, Honorable Solomon Akbolonu from Mobingwa East, raised a point of order that the Speaker should withdraw that declaration of Uchenna Okoro as the majority leader, which the Speaker failed to do. And the 11 members of the PDP in the House all stood up, urging the Speaker to withdraw that currently there is no majority leader in the House, that position is vacant until the necessary days. And then they urged him to read the letter, because the PDP sent a letter to the House, and which was addressed to the Speaker. But the Speaker has failed to read the letter on the floor of the House. So they urged him that he should read the letter, that he has been reading that of the Labour Party, and that he should take that of the PDP. And, you know, back and forth, the Deputy Speaker, Right Honorable Austin Okezo-Meregini, rose to the defense of the Speaker, and in the end, the Speaker couldn't bring the House under control. Hence, he had to move, or he had to suspend plenary, and then they went in for an executive section, which lasted for about an hour.
So after the executive session, did they allow you guys, journalists, to return to the chamber to monitor the proceeding afterwards, or that was the end of plenary for the day? And what were the lawmakers saying after the plenary session yesterday that didn't really go down well with all the members of the House?
Immediately after the executive section, they didn't return to the floor of the House for any further deliberations. They all left. In fact, immediately after the executive section, the Speaker and the Deputy left, and some other members of the House began to leave as well. So we tried to get in touch with some of them. Some of them declined comment, saying that the matter is being sorted out, the matter is being handled. Those on the part of the PDP said they already given the House a 90-day ultimatum, so they wouldn't want to comment on it until the expiration of the 90 days. When I tried to get in touch with some of the Labour Party members,
lawmakers,
for example, I was in the office of the member representing Umuahia Central, Honorable Chinasa Anthony. He himself declined to speak on record as regards the matter.
What did he tell you off record? Maybe you're allowed to let us into that.
Off the record, he said that it's a family issue, and they were currently on it, and he believes that it will be resolved to the betterment of the state, and because he knows that such issues like this will not be beneficial to the administration of Dr. Alex Oti. So he said they are working assiduously to harmonize things and make sure that everything goes well. Then when I tried to get in touch with the PDP member representing Isalangwa South, that's Honorable Roland Chiwendu, he declined picking my calls. I sent him a text informing him of my intentions. He responded as well that there's no problem. But when I put back several calls to him, he refused picking my calls. So I couldn't get his own view, the aspect as well.
Interesting, but it's funny when they are all denying that there are no issues, but yet they, anytime they sit, it results into a rowdy session or a shouting match. Some person's walking out. How soon are we going to see an end to this? It may not be, you may not be in the best position to answer, but from the feelers you're getting, what is going on behind the scene, and are we going to see an end to this rancorous start for the 8th Abia State House of Assembly?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a normal thing, but I would say, it's considering the fact that there's a change in governance. PDP has held sway for the past 24 years, and Labour Party, shall I say, the new boys just came into power right now, and the Labour Party are trying to exert some level of authority and dominance, trying to show that we're on ground. And PDP themselves are trying to go by the rules, because if you recall, PDP members are 11 and Labour Party are 10. So the issues has been that how can the party with the minority now produce a majority, and the party with the majority now becomes a minority? That is never done. Okay, so but from feelers we're getting, people believe rather that they will come to a compromise, that it might not even get to the 90 days ultimatum, that things will normalize. Because the truth be told, this is not good for governance as well as regards development in the state. Because if issues like this continue, it's bound to tie the hands of the governor. Because there are certain issues, certain developmental projects the government will want to go embark on. Such approvals have to go through the House. And aside the issues of the majority leader, there are also standing committees that need to be set up. For example, there needs to be a House Committee on Budget, there needs to be a House Committee on Appropriation. These two committees are very key and essential to every development and every government. So without this, you cannot tie the hands of the government to function properly. So there needs to be a proper synergy between the legislative and the executive, so that the Abians can get a good governance that the governor had promised during his inauguration. Right. So we feel like going out, say they believe that things will normalize. They say this is a case of two children fighting, like in the end.
Anyways, we will reach out to you as the event unfolds there in Umuahia. Thank you so much for bringing us up to speed this morning, Kingsley Chibike. Do appreciate you.
Thank you very much, Mike.
All right, that's our Umuahia correspondent, of course, bringing us up to speed on what happened, what went down at the Abia State House of Assembly yesterday. Well, you now have an idea of what went down. But let's move on quickly, because we've got another interview by 9 o'clock to talk to the special advisor to the governor on IGR, especially on this continuous extortion of traders and transporters in Aba, despite the ban on tax collection. But let's look at some of the appointments that have been done in the past 24 hours. More persons have been invited into Alex Oti's administration, and notable names. Let me start with the notable names, because the list is 30 names. It contains 30 names here. I may not be able to run through all the list, but I will run through the notable names and the notable and the important appointment here. Mr. Ogochukwu Okorafor as the special advisor monitoring and evaluation. Honorable Ihanacho Obioma, popularly known as Chomen. He's been in the politicking business for long, and he served as the DG of Alex Oti campaign admin when he was campaigning. He has been appointed as a special advisor on political affairs. Now down to some other names. Jay Martins, that particular artist, yes, he's been appointed. And Mr. Martins Okechukwu Justice, popularly known as Jay Martins, has been appointed as a special assistant on tourism and entertainment. Coach John Obu, Yeah, Coach John Obu has been appointed as the chairman of Abia Warriors, even as there is a ratification to the appointment of Kanu Nwanko. He's now the chairman of Enyimba International Football Club. And Dr. Benson Nwagburu as the GM, Abia State Debt Management Office. Just to mention a few, a long list here. Colonel Ezichi Kalu retired as the general manager, Abia State Road Traffic and Safety Management Agency. Talking about road traffic and safety management, if you're going to Umuahia this morning, you will meet a particular traffic, along Abaweri Road. If you're applying Abaweri Road this morning here in Aba, an articulated vehicle broke down last night just in front of Luxury City. So if you're going to Umuahia, you should get an alternative route so that you will not be caught unawares. But I understand that men of the Abia State Road Traffic and Safety Management Agency are on there to ensure to clear the traffic that has built up due to that articulated vehicle that has broken down. Just to bring you up to speed on that. All right. Okay, let's move on now to some other issues this morning. After that appointment, the governor is saying that gone are the days of making appointments just to create jobs for the boys. And he sworn in two other commissioners yesterday, and he said they were well engaged with the European Union and General Electric Management in Netherlands. Appointment after appointment. Responding on behalf of his colleague, the Commissioner for Power and Public Utilities Engineer Ikechukwu Mande thanked the governor for the opportunity given them to serve and pledge to do their best in the service of the state. Take a listen to him.
We still have one more to go, and that is the Commissioner designate who is outside the country for medical reasons. I would like to thank the Solicitor General and the gone are the days of making appointments just to create jobs for the boys. Our appointments are to add value. So anywhere we see resources, we'll go for them. Because there's no institution. I say that because every institution can only be as good as the people that are running the institution. So we are in a continuous search for the right people. And we ensure that the right people are placed in the places where they will deliver.
So let's talk about the bad condition of this federal road, Abaweri Road, the bad spot there, especially close to that railway crossing right here in Aba, the bad spot of the abandoned railway crossing, which cut across the third road to some kilometers, some meters rather, from that side. It has become a nightmare, causing traffic gridlock. Our correspondent visited this spot and she filed in this report. Take a listen.
Motorists and pedestrians in Aba have lamented the deplorable conditions of some of the roads in the city, which is the commercial hub of Abia State. Some of these roads belonging to both the federal and state governments, respectively, have been left in varying states of dereliction for a long time, and those recently given makeshift rehabilitation by the immediate past government have gone bad again with the coming of the rainy season. Particularly, the bad portion of the Aba-Owerri Road by railway crossing has become a recurrent nightmare for motorists who ply the road daily. Commercial transport operators and private individuals face untold hardship while negotiating through traffic gridlocks aggravated by the combination of the abandoned railway line that cuts across the tarred road and the deep gullies that make some sections of the road unmotorable. Drivers usually boycott these bad sections of the road by taking one way, which further causes gridlocks that last for several minutes. Some of the road users who spoke to Enyimba FM expressed fear that if nothing urgent is done to ameliorate the effects of the bad spots, the situation will worsen with increased rainfall.
My name is Mbam Ndebisi. What they will do for here is now to come and notify the road. They do anyhow they know they will just do the road, maybe they patch the road, make the road they okay for the people where they do transport, like keke people, cyclist people. The problem when they cause when it's day here now, for you now to go from here to Osioma, it's not going to take more than 30 minutes. But because of the hold up, we will stay here more than 1 hour. This fuel increase make us now, even though you carry passenger, you will begin to feel the pain. Say the fuel we're supposed to use go 2 times for Osioma. Now I don't use them for the once. You never even reach where they go. Any day when rain fall, you go cause the hold up, you go entire Aba North and Aba South, all will be hold up. If you pass Okigwe Road, hold up. If you pass this side, the same hold up.
My name is Okechukwu Njoke, tricycle operator. This hold up is causing a lot of problem to us with tricycle operators because the little time that like if the road is free, in between 10-15 minutes you have reached park, but this hold up you stay here more than 1 hour or 30 minutes before, so it's disturbing. Anytime that they pour small concrete here, the road will move, but if rain fall 2-3 times, the thing that they pour rain will wash it out. When the thing wash out, everywhere will be tight. Then the whole door will start.
My name is Chinedu. I'm a keke driver, of which this is my keke. So we used to follow under road because of the bad road. But if government can help us and walk the road, we will stop following under side of the road. It makes us not to meet up with our target for the day, especially we that is driving high purchase.
Aba Owerri Abai on Habiam Road is one of the major entry points into Aba, which generates a lot of revenue for the state. And if nothing is done to fix the road, transportation services and commercial activities in the city will be seriously affected. Esther Chima reporting.
And now, issues and views.
There you have it. If you're in Aba and if you go through Aba very well, if you run your daily activities in Aba, chances are that you ply that route every day, especially if you're heading towards Bata. Yeah, that side. So it's important something is done as soon as possible. But let's move on now. Let's Let's talk about taxation in the state. We've entertained many complaints on this program. This is coming at a time that the state government has launched the new digital tax system for transporters and traders to help curb fraud and increase revenue. Now the question is, who are the approved agents of the government? And also, how does the government intend to curb flying revenue with this new digital tax system? Some traders and transporters do call us almost on a daily here to still complain right here in Aba that they are being extorted. They don't even know if these guys are from the government or not from the government. So in view of this, we are talking to the special advisor to the governor on IGR, Isaac Chimereze Okibo, who is joining us virtually this morning. Mr. Isaac, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Issues and Views on Enyimba FM.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
All right. Let's delve into the important issues first. The issue of extortion of traders and transporters in Aba. Has tax collection been lifted in Abia State?
Sure. Tax collection was not really a full stoppage of tax collection, because when you talk about tax, it entails a lot of things. But as for specific revenue, the governor said that there is a clear emergency on things around the revenue that's been collected in the market and the parks. Other revenue that are collected along the boundary of the states, like the forestry, the haulage fees, the commerce, the produce. Those are the ones that the government placed embargo on, because the way it's being collected is not well structured. So we are coming up with a digital means and a much reformed way of doing it that will take away fraud and any kind of molestation. But the governor last week Tuesday, which is actually the 3rd of July, launched the new improved digital system to collect the levies and fees from the traders and the transporters. So that is the first phase of the approval that will be given by the governor. So effectively, that means that government has authorized all his agents to commence the collection of this.
Okay. To be very specific, taxes are not to be collected at parks. Am I correct?
Sure.
What about the traders in the market? Because those guys called me almost on a daily on this show, and they said they don't know if they are to give some persons 100 naira, 200 naira daily collection. That is how they've been coming, despite the ban. So we want clarification this morning.
Okay, so the traders are being managed by the operations of the market are being managed by the market leaders, which has just been inaugurated last week Friday. So we are, after the launch of the program, we commenced the process of change management, letting the traders know what they need to pay and how they need to pay and where they need to pay this and the people that are expected to collect from them. Since then, we've been on the road. We'll be having series of meetings. We've been on the road as well. I was in area last week, and I'm also going to Aba to visit some market this week. These are part of our stakeholders engagement and what we also call tax education enlightenment program.
Okay.
So they are not meant to pay money to anybody until their market is activated. So we have list of days we are activating the market. This morning I've been up since 5 a.m. I've been speaking to having a virtual meeting with the various leaders of the market.
Okay.
And they're giving us their dates, which are going to publish when we are coming to activate their market. So the activation is that we explain to them what they need to do. They need to do enumeration before they make any payments. After the enumeration, they can make their payments because the enumeration will come up with a sticker for their shops and also a card for them that also to monitor their payments. So it's after this activation, which we're also planning to finish in the next 1 week, that payment will commence effective. But for any market to do the activation, payment starts in that market.
So
for the transport to commence the activation, yesterday, since 2 days ago, we're having some serious activation and payment and enumeration in the transport starts effectively this morning.
So until before activation, there is no collection. It is after activation that collection will now resume.
Exactly.
So at the moment, yes, at the moment it means markets have not been activated, but it's an ongoing process.
Yes, it's ongoing.
Interesting. Just to clarify my Aba people listening to us this morning, and also for the transporters now. Can you give us maybe a rundown of those that have been activated and how do you go about it?
Okay, so what we are doing for transporters, they organize in various unions.
Yes.
And their unions have been working with us effectively. I must commend what they've done. It's unlike what I've been experiencing in other locations. I mean, outside the state. So the union have been working with us. The National Union of Road Transport Workers, we had serious engagement with them, and the activation starts today. Road Transport Employee Association of Nigeria, we did activation for them in Umaya here. And the collection will start today, and the drivers are eager to pay. And we're also moving to Aba this morning. My guys are already on their way to go and do the Aba activation so that payment can also start. But for the cooperative too, they're also ready. We're going to send people to meet them. The state chairman is also meeting with me this morning, after which my people will also commence activation in that area. So NATO asked us to give them till Friday, so that they will also commence there. For the Keke and Okada Union, we've done global activation for them, but their collection starts by Friday. That's
this week Friday.
This week Friday.
Okay.
Yes. That area is very sensitive and volatile because we are not preaching tax collection. We're just preaching people's responsibility to help the government do what it needs to do. So we don't want to come out to as if our interest is just to collect money from people because we know the sensitivity of the economy at this time.
Okay. And how is the new process different from the one we've had back in the day, maybe with the previous administration before the suspension? I know the new government complained about harassment, extortion of Abia citizens, which led to the suspension of the old collection method. So how is it different? What you've put in place right now?
Yeah, a lot of difference are there. When you have middlemen, they become rent seekers. They assume so much power. They molest people. They divert funds. and no forms of accountability and what have you. So these are the flaws of the last system. And we notice that the money that's being collected currently, before now, is actually nothing to write home about. And how the money is being shared around with some kind of commission to consultants, to this and this and stuff like that. And the enforcement process they had before, everything was just bundled into like kind of fraudulent process. So what we did was to take away this middleman approach and have a transparent system where every payment is run through an STP, which is a straight-through process. What happened in the past is that somebody goes to buy a unit. Say, okay, I'm buying a unit like a trade partner. The person said, I'm a trade partner for tax collection. Give me area market to collect. So the person come and say, I'm buying 500,000 naira worth of units too. So the person goes to the market. The person that also controls the enforcement process or the compliance process with the market leaders. So he goes to the market. He within 1 week he sells the 500,000. Then you have some other traders that can actually generate up to maybe about 50, 60, 70, 100, 200 million. So the guy goes and collects that money without recourse to government, and the money is shared among some stakeholders and something like that. So invariably, we are making about 500,000 naira in area in a year. So that doesn't make sense to us. So because the man also have the machinery to also do the enforcement and the compliance check. But now what we said is that we want the traders and the transporters to pay directly into government coffers. So when you are enumerated, because we're going to be doing biometric enumeration, validate who you say you are, move into our data and our database, you have your code for payment. So each time you want to make payment, walk into any of the commercial bank if you have the time and the luxury of the time to do that. If you don't have that, you move to any of our accredited agents. We also be explaining people how our agents are going to be looking like and how you can find our agents. And we're also profiling them to make sure that the agent does not have any kind of integrity issue. So move to any of our agents and make your payments. For the market locations, our agents are introduced to the market leaders. Even the market leaders are sourcing these agents and sending them to us, and we're training them and profiling them and giving them the necessary thing they need to do. And they sit in the market location, and traders go to that place and make the payments for people that want to use agency banking model, who doesn't want to go to the bank branch. Then we also deploy the service as well, a self-service process where you can use USSD to make your payment as well. So that's the option we bring. So we're taking away people don't need to call me to help them make payments or to help me collect money from them. So they just do that, making of payments in their hand, and it goes to the government pocket.
Okay. No more middleman approach to collection of taxes in Abia State. Now, another clarification is the issue of daily collection, because there is something they call daily pay. Is that still available? Do you still collect that? Is it still part of the taxes to be collected?
It depends on what you mean by daily, but if it's something I'm thinking, which I'm going to say now.
Daily levy, daily ticket for the keke guys, for the transporters, and of course the traders too in the markets.
Yeah. So what we do for the transport, we rebrand that to be called permit to operate. So that's a permit you obtain on a daily basis to operate. So we move this further from daily to weekly, and also we also run to the monthly concept. So we now have a bouquet for you. So if you want to do daily, you can do your daily, no problem. Every day you go to the location of the agent to make a payment, or you pay through yourself, and it's actually quite low. Then if you do monthly payments, you do the payments, you have a cash discount, you have a day discount. So you sum up this money and pay once in a week, and you run for the whole week. Nobody disturb and harass you, because any payment you make gets uploaded into your sticker and your ID card also. Because our ID card is a biometric ID card that has a QR service. So if you also do the monthly payment as well, you do that payment in bulk. So you have 22 days payment, and you complete it by the amount you're going to pay. So you're going to have a day discount. You're also going to have a cash discount for people that want to do monthly payments. That's for the transport. So if you do these payments, you're able to run your service and operate across the states without any harassment, by anybody. Nobody stops you on the road to ask you.
All these you've explained, Mr. Okigbo, look so cumbersome for an average Abaman, because we don't like. Okay. Let me put it this way: the approach.
It's not cumbersome. You don't understand.
I understand you. The introduction of technology, it's digital. Now the approach for a new technology, you know the way we approach new technology in Nigeria. How do you intend to break it down for someone that is not used to tech to understand some of these things?
There's nothing difficult I've explained here.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that the normal ways of making payments when you meet an agent,
yes,
the agent will make payment for you.
Okay.
It's the same concept we are using here. But the only thing is that before, those agents are the ones that own this revenue, and they sell, and when they exhaust what they buy from government, they begin to collect cash from people. But now we're not saying that if you register you go to any of the agents with your code, before they don't use their code, they just tell you what's your plate number, they don't wire money to you. But now you have to use your code. That code is being tracked from our own end. So the person that still want to make payments still goes to a bank branch or agent location and makes his payments. So if you want to do daily payments, go ahead and do payment, but you pay higher because you pay the existing. But if you want to pay on a weekly basis, you get a discount.
Okay.
Yes, you get a rebate. So if you want to do a monthly bouquet, you also get more rebates, more discounts. So that's basically what it is. So nothing is difficult there. It's creating some level of prosperity for the market as well.
Yes,
you can pay. Market payment is a one-off amount that you can also pay one-off. You can start to break the money into 12 and pay 1/12 of it. You can also pay quarterly. You can also pay half yearly. So
okay,
that's what we have. So we try to simplify the payment process.
There are still issues of extortion coming from traders here in Aba and from the transporters. They are saying that some persons, they are sure that they are not agents of the government. They are still coercing them to pay maybe 100 naira, 200 naira. That's the way they collect it around the market. And sometimes they tell them that government has told them that they've lifted the ban on tax collection. How will you address this, and how can these guys reach out to the government to confirm if such agent is from the government or not?
Okay, so when it gets to that, the people, most people have found it difficult to understand that it's no longer business as usual, that we have a new governor who is in charge of this and also want to work for these people and also want to protect in their state. So some people still go around collecting money, extorting money from people, from transporters, from traders in the market. Not only major traders, but people that have their wares along the road, around the street, marketing, trading. So hawkers and the rest of them. So those are the vulnerable people, and we are making sure we are going to protect them. So we've also been standing these notes and warning to people. If you go to my Facebook pages that will use our handles, we've been telling people that do not pay anything to anybody. If anybody harasses you, kindly relate to us and let us know. Also relate to your market leader. Yes, let them know about this. I got some information about a particular market in Aba, 2 markets in Aba yesterday. I put a call across the leaders, and they told me that they are not aware of that. But though there are some misconceptions in the market, there are people collecting money, claiming some things that are going to action that this morning. And in Enyimba here, we arrested some guys yesterday at Ishigeko, extorting money from traders and also from although we are not encouraging street trading, right? Really, we're going to organize that. We also arrested people that are collecting money from Keke people that is on the road there. Although we're also trying to clear those Keke people from blocking the road because it's causing serious obstruction. So, and when I got the information, we ordered for the arrest, and they were arrested. They're still in the police custody now, and we're going to charge them to court. So we have to be send examples, certain examples, and using people as scapegoats in some of these things. Well, people also that have done this thing for the past 24 years or thereabout, and they've been enjoying it. So it's difficult to take them out from the circling. So, but we are going to also handle that. It's a tough job, but we need to face it squarely. So that complaint comes, and people should let us know. We also have a number. We also put out there that people should also call us. To bring this into us.
Do you have the number at hand? Maybe I can reel it out. Please help us. That is the part. That is the part of. That is the part that my listeners are waiting for right now.
Yeah, the number is 090.
Okay.
71.
Okay.
57.
Okay.
1056.
Okay.
090 71 57 1056. Then my number, I'm a public person. My number is also on the public domain. I'm also want to read out my number now, so people can also.
It's fine. If it is good by you, go ahead.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a private. Moreover, it's not my BVN number. Even if it's a account number, I wouldn't mind receiving some. Thank you. Okay. So my number is 080 382 99 568. 080 382 99 568. So if someone calls me once, I don't pick, they can just drop me a WhatsApp message or normal SMS. So anytime, any day, I'm ready to support anybody because we mean business and we want to create prosperity for people.
Yeah.
So I expect people to send me more SMS and the WhatsApp messages. I will definitely respond to.
It's okay. Thank you, Mr. Isaac Chimereze Okibo, for speaking to us this morning on Enyimba FM.
Thank you.
We do appreciate you. Thank you so much. That's the special advisor to the governor on IGR. Now your questions have been answered. Let's have your thoughts this morning. 0809 666 0943 or 0708 0000948. All right. You can also join the conversation by dropping your comments on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Enyimba 943 FM. All right. 0708 0000918 or 0809 666 0943. It is issues and views on Enyimba 94.3 FM. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Michael Oni.
You're welcome, Evangelist. You're the first caller again this morning.
Yes,
welcome,
yes,
brother.
Yes, it's God's doing. I thank God for that. Quickly, I want to react to what is happening in the Abia State House of Assembly. That thing is not healthy for us. Please, I want to ask the PDP members there to cooperate. Working out of the preliminary is not doing the state well. I want to just let them understand there is a difference between rule and law. These rules that are made that govern the House is approached pragmatically. There are some situations that is, that will cause the thing to be changed. So they should follow, adhere to other people and work in harmony with them so that we will have a healthy administration in this country, in this state, rather. So please, they should work in harmony with them. That's my take this morning. God bless you.
Thank you. Bless you too, Evangelist. Hello, good morning to you. 0708 000 0918 or 0809 666 0943. Hello, good morning to you. It seems something is not wrong with the second line or so. 0809 666 0943 or 0708 000 0918. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, you're welcome.
It's Chukuma from Port Harcourt.
All right, Chukuma, go ahead, please.
This House of Assembly members, what they are doing to the people, they are the law. They call themselves the lawmakers. I don't see the reason why they should not lead by examples. At least they should give what the law is all about. That a house member will walk out from the house just like that. What are the people outside that are going to call them? And the other states, if there is a mistake or misunderstanding within themselves, they have to go and resolve it. And not that every moment, every day, other state lawmakers will come out on news on a negative side. That is improper. Please, let them know what they will do to do the proper things that people should emulate. Now, if they are doing like that, and the other people that are trying to emulate what they are doing, being the youth, following them, looking at them, I know that all of them have PAs and advisors. What would they do when they go to the local government assembly? Because I know that some of them, their voice will switch into local government councillors and all the rest of them. What do they want them to do? What are they going to emulate? This is House leaders and whatsoever. The speaker has been made by the ruling party. At least the majority leader, they call it majority, that language majority. PDP is majority, which is 11th number, while Labour Party is 10 in number, YPP 2 and APC 1. And they have not defected officially that they are now members of Labour Party. Let them clear us that word majority. Our people call it how can 10 be greater than 11? Let them do things accordingly so that there will be peace in this new government. Let them not set the government back.
All right.
Let them do the needful things that people are supposed to do. That is my own say. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Yeah, my brother, you're doing well.
Thank you.
Please, my name is Oshiwo from Otutu.
All right.
The Amateur man in the parliament.
Can you change your location so that I can hear you well?
Yeah, I say my name is
Okay.
Oshiwo.
Okay. Go ahead, please.
The it's not for local government there, I think, or not. You see, please, what I want to say is about other state house members, the PDP members in the parliament of other state house. Please, they should stop all this they are doing, all these actions that are amiable governor. They should stop it. For 24 years, they have been in that house, they have been leading that house, they have been ruling that house without any problem, without any distraction. Now is the time for people that want to make others better. They should please stop those distractions. Let them just fight low. Let them just cool down. After all, Ikuku, that's the first time as a member, and he was elected as the chairman or as the president. But nobody disturbed him for 4 years or so. There was no problem. There was no trouble. Why are they trying to bring discussion? If you stop it, I don't just like this.
All right.
Tony, please, I want to tell and I want to ask a question. Who will be the people that will enforce the people that will fail to pay this tax? Who will be the people? Because I know here in Aba, I know our mentality. When one there is no enforcement, people will relax. So if you don't obtain this very good place that will enforce, the same people that will enforce, how would they be checkmated? How would they be checkmated? Are we not sure that those people that will enforce it are not still going to do like others, like the past government?
All right. Thank you for your question, and I believe there will be answers to that question in subsequent editions of this program, hopefully. Hello, good morning to you. 0809 666 0943 0708 000 0918. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Michael Oni.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
My name is Mr. Carlo.
Okay.
I'm calling from Jubilee.
All right. Go ahead, please.
I want to talk about this House of Assembly issue.
Okay.
I don't know why PDP just want to continue making trouble in Abia State. These people just don't want us to live. They don't want Abia State to survive. These are the people that started this Abia 24 years ago, and they achieved nothing. They have been in this majority for 24 good years. If by the grace of God things have turned, let them follow the way things have turned. Because if there were the people like Labour, they wouldn't have allowed anything to lord it over them. So why are they so anxious of becoming leaders when they know they are not? We are tired of them. Let them just mellow down and then let us build Abia. That means their interest is not to build Abia. It's just to start making us, like our leader said, it's just the people that like to make Abia State dry. So please, let them pack themselves aside. Let the work of Abia State, rebuilding of Abia, let it continue gloriously as God has stipulated it. Please, that's what I'm begging them.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello. Good morning to you.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Michael Oni.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Yeah, this is Chooks from Abba.
All right, Chooks. Go ahead, please.
Starting from the Abia State Assembly, please, the LP should do the needful. Please, by maybe trying to convince one or two persons to the camp, to the party, so that they will have the order in the house, because the time is never greater than 11. That one is obvious, and they trying to do it by force will not smell good for we the audience if they really have our interest at heart, and which I know they do. So the better thing for them to do is, to liaise with other parties, maybe YPP or whatever, to the camp to silence such. That's one. Then two, I was expecting a question of those women that complain in this station from Mungwa Road. I was expecting you ask Mr. Okibo about the extortion from Mungwa Road Market.
I asked question generally about extortion, and I think he responded along that line that there will be agents. So it's a general issue, not only that market anyways, but I know the market you're talking about, and I remember they protested coming.
Thank you for that, because I know we have to be active for ourselves.
Yes, indeed.
To move this Abia forward to a greater height. Then secondly, the task force set up by the Abia for these payments, in case anybody, how would they know if somebody haven't paid? And so if that is the case, what of the task force set up? How are we going to recognize the task force? Because very soon now you start seeing so many people now coming out in the road, maybe to harass and all those things.
In the name of being task force.
In the name of being a task force. So how can we recognize, or if there is any task force, if no task force on the road, how will they checkmate so that we know the process and recognize it?
All right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and your opinion with us this morning. Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Yes, the commander of the airways.
So I'm not sure of that, but you're welcome.
Yes, you are. I've already given you that title. You are the commander of the airways.
Thank you.
It's all right. My name is Engineer Adidas. I'm calling from Abba.
You're welcome, Engineer.
Yes. On the issues, crisis rocking at the State House of Assembly, I wonder why Governor Oti, if everybody should know, I am a strong advocate of good governance for Alex Oti. I give him my full support because I wanted power to change as far as the State is concerned. But let him not to do things in the wrong direction. That is not why we supported and elected him. We have heard that they liaised with the YPP and APC guys to make them the majority in the House. Why these PDP guys doesn't understand what you mean by what do you call it? The alliance you had with
alliance.
No, they don't know that.
You meant alliance.
Yes.
Okay.
They doesn't understand that thing you are calling alliance. And even if it's me, if I'm one of the members of the PDP, and I'm supposed to be the majority, I'm telling you, I have an alliance with some people to make you the majority. Let the truth be told, I will not accept it. What I am advising our governor Dr. Alex Oti to do is, you can remember, let me cite an example. You can remember what happened when the present Senate president today was impeached. The APC went to him, liaised to him, gave him some sort of whatever. He jumped to APC. Immediately, I think they gave him the majority leader, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So let him give this YPP.
All right. I think I get your point there. to entice them with something so that they would jump ship too. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, my name is I Come in Peace. I call him from Abba.
Welcome in peace too.
Yeah, I come in peace. I come in peace.
Okay. Thank you.
Please, sir, permit me to speak in my dialect, please.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, sir. Now, concerning for other state house, eba, akwa ndị PDP nọ na majority, akwa ha bụ majority kemgbe for good 8 years. That majority ahụ ha na-atọrọ ụdọ, ha na-atara gị ka enye ha majority, akwa ha nwaji ya for 8 years, 8 good years. Now, gịnị ka ha ji emepụta? Okay. Nke ahụ nọ gwara ihe gbasara for transportation bịa levy. O nwere some ụfọdụ ụgwọ a na-agbawa ndị mmadụ. Ndị moto bịa ha na-agba emblem. Ha gba emblem, ha nakwa agba nke a na-akpọ daily ticket. Ihe ahụ emblem ahụ a na-agba ya once in a year. Ịgba ya ọ kọvara the whole year. Now, akwụkwọ a ha resịrị gị bụ emblem. Enwere nke a na-akpọ sanitation emblem. Enwere nke a na-akpọ local government emblem. Enwere nke a na-akpọ pick and drop emblem. Ha bịakwa ha resịsakwa gị ya ile ha dụkọta resịwakwa gị ya daily. Adụkọta ihe ahụ ị gbara ile kwesịrị ịkọfa ya dị ka ịkparụrụ n'iyuru particulars ya. Ire n'iwu particulars ya bịakwa polisi na-achịkwa a na-achọkwa ka ị na-agbakwa akwụkwọ ya every day. Amamịra ọtọ ebe m na-aga. Akwụkwọ ahụ ịgbaala ya yearly without emblem. Ha na-eresịgharị akwa gị ya daily. Ma pick and drop, ma asịpa, e print ekwe ya na tiketi na-eresikwa ya daily. Nwaanyị ịgbaala ya imerie. O kwesịrị ekwesị. Biko ka elebakwa ya anya. Ahụma ndị ebe ahụ chọrọ ichenji tụ ụfọdụ ihe na-abịa steeti a.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Let's allow others to contribute on the show. Hello, good morning to you. 0708 000 0918 or 0809 666 0943. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Michael.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Yes, my name is Enyimba, aka Professor. I'm calling you from Urata Timber Market.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, I want to lay my voice on what is happening in Abia State House of Assembly.
All right.
I think the people voted the governor to give them good governance, which he has promised them during the campaign and all the rest of them. I think it would be very irresponsible in the side of the governor to keep quiet, having seen all the things that have been happening in other states House of Assembly. Is he expecting the day they will take physical fight in the house before he will intervene as a governor? Who does that? You want to make something different, then why are you still doing the same thing? You are the one creating problems for yourself. You want to rule the people. Why can't you wear that human face, which you have said that you want to do? Why is it that people will now come out to say something when it's time for them to do the rest? They change. It's very, very wrong. Talking about the how they will manage to get revenue, we are looking to see what will be their pattern, because I don't know how you are going to collect revenue from Abaman without an Abru. So I think I would be glad to see a different thing. Thank you and remember.
All right, thank you. I wanted to ask, is it important Agbero is used to collect revenue? Anyways, thank you so much. Port Harcourt's first son. 0809 666 0943 0708 000 0918. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
My name is Uche from Aba.
All right. I got Uche.
I want to talk about that revenue, transport revenue. I want to ask, after you pay, because there is something they're doing here, after you pay the daily ticket, then you pay, when you carry passenger, you pay to like keke people. When they carry passenger, they will pay 20 naira.
Per drop.
When they carry passenger, they go to pay 20 naira. I want to know whether that one is going to stay or you going.
I think that has been eliminated. It wasn't part of what he listed. That has been eliminated. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. That is what I want.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Do appreciate it. Hello. Good morning to you. 0708 000 0918 0809 666 0943. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Michael.
Yes, sir. You're welcome. Your voice is low.
My guy, how you doing?
I'm fine.
You're not my guy.
I know. I'm everyone's guy.
I'm Nathan.
All right, Nathan. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us.
A big one. I'm so happy for the administration. Then another thing is the way the traders in Aba are doing their trading and I want to not recommend. Like if you go to a corner shopping center, most of the people selling there have left the market and they are selling along the road. I want this new administration to look into that. Let traders trade on market. Let us know people that are trading on the market and people that are trading on the road. Because the level of challenge and sorry for my words, but please, we need a constant change in our state. Then coming to the revenue, if there are people on the market, they should create a task force in the market, like you said, to oversee them. Then people hawking, we know people that are hawking, not people selling on the road, and also people selling on the market. Please, we need the government to look into this, especially that Ekon market and Ngwa Road. If you go there on a weekend or on a Monday morning, my brother, or a Tuesday morning, you find it difficult to get your destination.
All right.
Michael, thank you.
Thank you. Saying people are now hawking on the road, trading on the road despite having shops. Thank you for bringing that to our notice. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
You're
welcome. Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Enyimba, aka Enyimba. I'm reporting from Assignment this morning.
All right. Go ahead, please.
I just want to keep in the crisis that are rocking the House of Assembly, State House of Assembly. I only want them to make sure that peace reigns, because without peace, we cannot achieve any good thing. So I want to urge our governor to make sure that peace reigns between the majority leader and the minority. Whatever thing they are clamoring or whatever, he should make sure that peace reigns. They should do everything according to the law, so that we will have a peaceful administration. And another one, the road management and the safety and management. Yeah, that place, I believe, will have a lot of work to do. I believe they should mobilize at least people that will help them to make sure they see most of the roads. What I mean by sitting where we will normally have traffic, especially in the morning, in the evening, to make sure that we have free flow of traffic, like Union Bank Junction, Bata, MCC. We will have a lot of junctions. So I want to urge them to make sure the man that was appointed to see the effect of that management. So
all right,
to make sure that it's in order. Thank you, Michael.
Thank
you are really doing well.
Thank you for sharing that with us this morning. I earlier told you that there was this traffic gridlock along Abawe Road, just in front of the Luxury City Hotel. There was this articulated vehicle that broke down, but right now it's been cleared, and of course there is free flow of traffic, so there is no need of looking for alternative route. Just to bring you up to speed on that. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Chid from Abai.
All right. Mayoga, go
on
ahead.
Memory lane. I had earlier told you on this platform that Afawa Balewa came into office through the alliance of NCNC and that of the Middle Belt Party, Joseph Parker. They went into alliance with the then MPC, Northern People's Congress, that produced Afawa Balewa as the Prime Minister. During the Shagari administration, MPP, together with that Middle Belt Party, through Joseph Baka, went again into alliance with MPC and produced the Shagari. That is, we are talking of alliance that led to coalition government. Even during the PDP presidential primary, they did the same thing. Kwankwaso declared for Atiku through alliance and through coalition voting. Atiku came in as their presidential candidate. This Kwankwaso and his people decamped into PDP, are then not separately in their various parties and in various positions in the country. The same thing is applicable here. Labour Party has gone into alliance with the other parties to form the majority that produce whatever positions they are holding now. PDP even has the same opportunity to ask some of these people that have decamped into this to collapse into them, to form a greater majority, to form whatever position they want to take. It is not a fiscal fight, please. People should live by example. And they know all these things. Do they want us to throw away history, or do they want us to forget the political principles because of sentiment? Please let reasoning prevail. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for sharing your line of thoughts with us this morning. Saying alliance didn't start today. He took us down memory lane. All right, let's move on. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Michael. Am I coming out clear?
Yes, it's loud and clear. Good morning to you.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine.
All right. I am Pastor Uche John from Adela Market.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Yes, please, I want to be emphatic in my song over the Aboriginal issue in Abia. So the federal government argumented and promoted them under this union of transport workers. That is Aboriginal in a fantastic manner and a presentation on Nigeria. I'm going to the God of a man I call saying that a man cannot pay a revenue or a tax without an address. I am an Abba man, I'm in my 50s, and I will pay with every compromise. Please, I want to urge my governor, let's go to our responsible governor to go ahead with his digital economic way of paying tax. We cannot go back to yesterday. Mr. Michael, you cannot go on 404 or 504 or 4 or 505 of late 70s and the early 80s. You go today on visa and French modern tax. I want to say, going back to Arboro system, Arboro is not an incident in Nigeria. You know, they are not known. So Abia shall be done everything possible to eradicate Arboro in Abia. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Do appreciate you. Thank you. Saying we should stick with the digital method that has been adopted by the new administration. By the way, from the conversation we had with the special advisor to the governor on IGR, Mr. Isaac Chimereze Okibo, when he said there is a number for complaints on illegal extortion and harassment on tax collection. You can call or you can send a message rather to 0907 157 1056 0907 157 1056, just to bring you up to speed on that. Hello, good morning to you. Yes, sir. You're welcome. Your voice is very low this morning, comrade.
Yeah, Michael.
Okay, great. It's better now. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Thank you, my good brother and a friend. I told you that I don't want to talk about the issue of Abia State, but it's likely...
At some point, I know you will break your vow. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's because people have, since that day, I know how many calls I have received since that day, because we believe in democracy, and the democracy is where we find ourselves so far as this country and state is concerned. Let me just give my own little view. I believe that in Abia State House of Assembly, there must be rules. And the rules is there. Even a few months ago, if you can recall vividly, the former speaker, Engineer Chinedu Moji, make a statement that some of the tragedy is passing through, that some group of people want to change the rules of the house. And the rules, I believe that they didn't change it. Let them go and see what the rules of the house say, our standing rules of the house say. For me, what they are doing there is not their own people. The people that will suffer is not their as the House of Assembly members will suffer it. It's ordinary people, the audience will suffer it. Because last administration with the either 8 House of Assembly members, I described some of them they did there is jamboree. And I believe what they did 10th State House of Assembly are doing, let them not throw the same area of rulership of those past administration. Because if you look at what is happening, like your colleague said, the one that stay in Omaya, said that he called the member representing Isi Alamba South State constituency, said him that there is no problem. Which you ask him, if they say there is no problem, so what is happening there? So why they don't walking away from their job? And I want to use a appeal to the Governor Lesoti. He is the chief security officer of the state, and so far as I am concerned, he is the number one.
All right, quickly, comrade.
Let him call all of them and they have a discussion with them, because we are in democracy. If this one didn't go, another one will go.
Right.
For us to have a peaceful and movable ambience. Have a good day, my brother.
Thank you, comrade. Ezemo, Styles, in this station, you guys particularly announced that the governor will put up a number to call whenever we notice untold stories. Now people are violating governor's order. How do we pass their information across? I believe you followed the conversation with a special advisor on IGR. Unwogo Beloved from Owaza says, Abia, a house in rowdy session. I thought the era of impunity is gone. We hope for Abia of new era where rule of law will be adhered to and where there will be orderliness and things will be done the right way. Thank you. This one is sending a picture on the WhatsApp platform. Michael Aribs sharing the picture of the new receptacle bucket there in one of the markets. Okay, the people of Ahio who have gotten their waste struck. That's a picture of a receptacle bucket there, shared by Michael Aribs. Thank you. Comrade Ferguson Onyekwere says the continuous crisis between the PDP and Labour Party legislatures is getting out of hand. I think the PDP legislatures said they should seek for interpretation. They will seek for interpretation in the court. Mike, please, I want to know if the 90-day ultimatum given to the Labour Party lawmakers really comes from the court. No, they gave a pre-legal notice to the Labour Party and the Abia State House of Assembly, a 90-day pre-legal notice. So after the 90 days expiration and the status, it remains status quo in their interpretation, they will now head to court. So that's it. Okay. This is my first time of sending message to Enyimba FM, but what moved me on hearing you say yesterday that you don't know that the people were sacked in 2011 by TAOG for not coming from the state, and in the process many workers who worked in the state for decades were sacked without pension or gratuity. My mom was one of them, and last year 3 of her friends in that same situation died. So I plead you contact the commissioner involved in the salary payments to hear from them and let the remaining ones know their stand on this matter. But thank you. Yeah, my brother, I didn't know. Sincerely, I had to do my research, but I cannot claim what I do not know on radio. And I discovered it actually happened. But the present situation, the situation rather on their pension and gratuity is unknown to me, which I will also find out what is going on. If someone will talk to me about it, I will definitely let you know. Thank you so much. John Africa Justice from Cameroon Road. Please, how does this IGR cover those business in the streets of Aba? Okay. This one says PDP rigged OT in 2015. The House of Assembly PDP membership should allow OT breathe. F-Man Uzoma. That's an allegation. Marshall Ebere says Labour Party should not do what they have been criticizing for many years. The speaker should do the right thing. PDP should be given the rightful position in that house. It won't change anything. Linus Nweke says let there be peace and harmony in the Abia State House of Assembly so as not to distract our governor from delivering the dividends of democracy. Thank you. Love you too. This one says, if the governor of Abia fails to follow the rule of law in respect of the pandemonium, chaos, commotion, and rancor ongoing at the Abia State House of Assembly, as he made people to believe his administration may be in for a total failure in the government. Meanwhile, the governor is saying that it is not job for the boys or to settle political allies. I wonder if Chome is not a political ally. The interest is for those appointed to deliver positively and not whether it's a political settlement or job for the boys. Uoma Chigoze Lazarus there. Alex Emeke says, 11 is greater than 10. My math teacher told me that. Minority has taken the speakership. PDP lawmakers allowed that for peace. Let Labour lawmakers do the needful. Let the right thing be done by allowing PDP to have the majority leader for peace to reign. Engineer Adidax, please, on the issue of tax collection in Abia State, please, I want you as a journalist to investigate and ascertain the previous amount the keke and bus drivers were paying for emblem, daily ticket before now, and how much they are to be paying because of the new tax collection development. And also, who are to enforce this tax collection? Is it the tax force that will be set by the government or the police? Marcos Osu says, Governor Alex Oti says his appointment is based on competence. That's a good move. Ogechuku Umose Street, sometimes for things to normalize, there are abnormalities. So PDP lawmakers in Abia House should accept it because we Abians want them out entirely. Uwoma Ifeanyi says, in as much as I do not support the crisis in the House, for past 24 years, PDP members have held the principal position in the House, yet they do not have anything to show for it. I urge the PDP members to allow peace to reign and understand that people of Abia have no need for them again. Chinazo Silas says from Port Harcourt, the 24 years of opposition was on the saddle that has made it difficult to believe that they could be out of power. They still see governance in Abia as their baptismal name, and therefore out of the tone with whatever the present administration is doing. The same thing is playing out on the field, where the political hangers-on are collecting tolls from vehicles, from traders. Asking them to stop collecting revenue for government is like driving a nail into their brains. Government should not treat them with kid gloves if they must make a headway. This one says, this is what is called alliance in party politics. It is the established principle in politics. This is what is playing out in Abia House. Labour Party, APC, and other party went into alliance with 13 members and PDP with 11 members, therefore produced the speaker. Okay, Wilson Eluche says, they should give PDP the majority members since they are greater in number. All right. On the Facebook page, it's a long list here. Chimobi Marcos, my heart goes to all the craftsmen and the traders who lost their goods and machineries to the ugly fire incident at Powerline. But I suggest the water emergency line installed in that zone and a working fire alert system provided to curtail further occurrence. Ugo says, whatever it is worth, the Speaker of the House should do the needful and allow the PDP have the majority leader slot. They already have a speakership. We don't want a house to be in turmoil. They have so much ahead of them. Comrade Elijah Odenwa says, for me, this political brouhaha rocking Abia Assembly is an unfortunate situation. They should hit the ground running by doing what is expected of them. And the governor of the state, whom we see as the father, should also intervene in the crisis. Cosmas Ijezie says, Mr. Oni, PDP House of Assembly should keep off any distraction that hindered Dr. Alex Oti aspiration and visions to Abia people. Also, Francis from Enugu says the appointment of Kanu Nwankwo as Enyimba FC chairman is the right step in the right direction. Ufomba Chinom, so the government idea regarding revenue is good, but they should still enlighten us on how they enforce it so that the transporters will be well informed. Emmanuel Ifeanyi, the governor has done well by appointment with the right people in the right system. Hello, Daniel Ikechuku. Thank you. Good morning to you. Thank you for watching. Ikone Izochuku. I commend the governor for the new modern way of generating revenue instead of old way. Ifeanyi Uwoma, in as much, okay, we've done your message. Ngozi Diana Ross, people calling Dr. Alex Oti to intervene in the crisis at the House of Assembly. Michael, for Christ's sake, how do you explain to grown-up men that they were elected by their constituencies to bring development and not to engage in fight for majority or minority? Please, they should behave like someone, papa, husband, and hope. Okay, thank you. Okay, Lady P, good morning. How are you doing? You're doing a great job. The speech Mr. Chimereze is a nice one, but I hope it does not lead to extortion by the guys he made mention of. The thing happening in the house, the governor should do something, and let something be done about that. All right, those are the messages we can take. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on the program. Okay. The program returns tomorrow, of course, when we bring up other issues too. You know, every day we have issues coming up in Nigeria, and especially Abia State. The latest from the Abia State House of Assembly, hopefully it will be resolved before the end of the 90-day ultimatum given by the PDP lawmakers. Do enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Michael Oni.
Enyimba FM 94.3 Aba.
Yeah, man. Yo, man, hold on.